Okay, it's time for another episode of Saturdaze with Mcvay and Jay. It's episode number 12. Here we go. All right, it's a green evening. Welcome, everybody, to this edition of Saturdays with McVay and Jay. Scott,
Yay.
and I'm Jason Canio. Episode 12 is upon you on this November 2nd, 2024. We're in November already. Wow.
Yeah, hard to believe though. Yeah. It's only like 2 days ago we had Halloween, but there we go, man.
And a fantastic Halloween episode on Wipe Those Tears, which has already got over 35 views in just one night already.
Yeah. Now we're not sure how many we've gotten by this time this airs, but hopefully it'll be even more.
Oh, yeah. And it will continue to air until we give you the next episode, which will be November 6th, which will be back to the regular NES games after a long hiatus of 3 weeks. It's long. But we couldn't help that because when you have Mother Nature pretty much beating down at your door, you mercy. 2 weeks. Yeah. And we, it's interesting. Like I say, with those hurricanes coming and going one after the other within a 2-week period, now that it's been like 2 weeks later, we don't miss it. There are still people still recovering. Yes. But things are getting a little bit better, but there's still a lot of people that just lost everything. And we still extend our prayers and our thoughts to everybody that was on the West Coast that took that direct hit from not only Helene, but Milton as well, too. So,
yes.
And if you've ever been through a hurricane or any kind of natural disaster, you know what it feels like to lose everything. But as long as you got your health, that's more important than anything material-wise.
Agreed, yes.
Yep. And as you can see, tonight's color is green.
Yep.
Although I think, Scott, it looks like
a real dark green here compared to your light.
So even with the light, it still looks like black,
Yeah, it looks well. Remember, I got a black shirt underneath, but there you go.
Yeah. You look like you're ready to go to a funeral.
Not really, though. This is just what I wear to work.
There you go. All right. But tonight we hope to entertain you with some very good news articles. Of course, they've got our weird stuff. Scott's got some articles as well that'll tempt your palate, as always. So 2 from the peanut gallery, as they say. Yo.
Hey.
All right. And like I said, at the time of this recording, we're already in November. Halloween is already passed, and we'll be working our way up to Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
With that
hard to believe. It's less than 4 weeks away now, guess. Good
That's very true. And speaking of which, since we normally tape on Thursday nights, because Thanksgiving is on a Thursday night, we may have to tape a little bit earlier, maybe like on Tuesday of that week.
Yeah.
If not, then we can always take that week off and just say Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you after on Cyber Thursday.
Yeah, well, Cyber Friday or whatever it is.
Cyber Monday was usually the Black Friday, and usually that kind of weaves its way around.
Exactly.
Cyber Monday is when everybody just goes AWOL on, and you don't see them for a whole weekend. Absolutely without leave because they're all bombarding Amazon and eBay and everything else with their deals. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start with, of course, the first thing up on the list here, the news of the weird updates. This, of course, is from last week that we didn't get to. This is the lead story from, oh boy, they're already doing a Christmas.
Maybe. So there you go.
Look at this. The lead story is "'Tis the Season." Goodness. Wow. Yep. Here's the editors of Andrews McNeil Syndication for uexpress.com. And who did last week first? Did I do it?
No, I did it last week first. So you go ahead and start.
Okay. we're ready for this first article, and it says if the list isn't too long, you may still have a chance to visit Mcvay Manor in Summertown, Tennessee, an immersive horror experience that is personalized to each guest and involves a 6-hour-long tour. Well, now Tennessee is not that far from Kansas.
We're still about a few states away, at least 2 states away that I know of. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Summertown, Tennessee, or Mcvay Manor?
No, the only things I know about Tennessee are Knoxville, Nashville, and Pigeon Forge.
Okay. Well, People magazine reported on October 8th that guests are required to sign a 40-page waiver and must be over 21 years of age. In addition, they may have to complete a sports physical and provide proof of medical insurance before arriving. Wow.
Yeah.
We're known for no quitting and no safe word, said owner and Navy veteran Russ Mcvay. Wow. Your hair may be chopped off, dentistry may be done, you may have a tooth extracted. Mcvay was arrested in July for second-degree attempted murder, rape, and domestic violence after an innocent with his girlfriend. But the charges were dropped in September, and Mcvay Manor is up and running.
Oh, boy.
You don't trust this guy.
I'm probably not scared. Now, from what I understand, I thought this sometimes they said that if you could survive this completely, then you won like a huge cash award, like 10 grand or something like that. But no one's ever get it done yet because they all chicken out. So there you go.
That's like what Mr. Beast with all of his obstacle courses and everything, and the money
like that.
given away. He was actually sued, I heard.
Oh yeah, I can believe it.
Yep. They shut his channel down because of the fact that he was not,
Oh yeah,
he was faking it out and everything. And I'm like, how can you fake it out when the money was, unless the money was fake itself? Who knows?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, you're up.
Okay, this says, what's in the name? Oh, I gotta let this one. Hades Funeral Services in Stalowa Wola, Poland, had to apologize after a mishap with a corpse on October 19th, the Associated Press reported. As a result of an unexpected technical failure of the electric tailgate lock in the hearse, the company announced, during the transport of the body of the deceased, an unfortunate event occurred. That is, the corpse came flying out of the back of the car and landed in a crosswalk. The accident, quote, does not reflect the high standards of our company and the respect we always show to the deceased, Hades claimed.
That's what happens when you don't lock the door.
Yeah.
You stop short.
Yeah. Of course, I would wonder, do I want to trust a company called Hades Funeral Service?
Or Hades, or something like that sort. Or in Poland, I don't know I don't know if the roads are smooth or are they rocky or hilly.
Sure. Well, I think I've seen a few images of Eastern Europe, and they have some good roads there too, no matter what, though. But they concentrate a lot more on railways than they do on roads.
It's true. Okay, the way the world works. Stop that hugging.
Uh-oh.
Travelers leaving the New Zealand city of Dunedin or Dunedin. Better say their goodbyes at home, the Associated Press reported on October 22nd. The airport's drop-off area will now restrict parting hugs to 3 minutes in an effort to prevent traffic jams.
Oh. Interesting.
Airport CEO Dan DeBono, what a name, DeBono, said to keep things moving smoothly. Not all travelers were accepting of the time limit, saying the rule breached basic human rights. But DeBono assured them, we do not have hug police. Oh my gosh. In New Zealand, I guess they do a lot of hugging, and if you're just in that no hug zone, you're in trouble.
Yeah. I think what's worries me is I don't think the hallways of this airport are too large. That's what makes me wonder there. So there you go.
Yeah, right. Okay.
We got some suspicions confirmed on the next story. Nope, that wasn't Parmesan cheese to sprinkle on your pizza. Police in Dusseldorf, Germany, uncovered a drug ring after busting a pizzeria manager who was selling a popular number 40 pie, which was delivered with a side of cocaine. The Associated Press reported back on October 22nd. As officers buzzed the apartment of the manager, he threw a bag of cocaine, cannabis, and money out the window, which landed in the officer's hands.
Mhm.
After the manager was released, he went right back to delivering the number 40, and that's when investigators uncovered the supply chain, arresting 3 suspects and raiding the houses of 12 others. The pizza man is back in custody.
And yet he'll probably be back out on bond, and who knows?
Who knows? Yeah,
Release even in Germany.
of course. Yeah.
Yep. Well, here's a fetish afoot. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
A 28-year-old Greek man was arrested on October 8th in Sindos, Greece, after a neighbor reported that he was in the front yard sniffing his family's
Wait,
shoes.
wait a minute. I know this story. Remember, I did this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, which had been left outside to air out. The Associated Press reported that the sniffer told the court that he couldn't explain his behavior and was embarrassed about it, stressing that he had no intention of hurting anyone. And on October 17th, the judge sentenced him to a month in prison and mandatory therapy. And I wonder if the family shoes smelled anything like, stinky cheese.
That's what I wonder. Well, remember in Greece they usually don't wear socks, so that's a clue right there.
There you go. And they're heavy on the garlic, too.
That might be true, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's a mystery. Here we go. Scientists in Canada are trying to figure out what the white blobs are that are washing up on the Newfoundland beaches. The masses range in size from a coin to a dinner plate, United Press International reported, and started appearing in September. Officials said the mystery substance is under investigation, and opinions are split about whether it be coming from a whale. Well, an answer would be nice, groused President Dave McGrath.
Wow. Yeah, if they can only figure it out, and it's going to wind up still being a mystery.
True.
And speaking of whales, the Orca show audience at SeaWorld San Antonio on October 12th was treated to a little something extra when the whale defecated in the pool. Then splashed the soiled water onto spectators. The crowd and employees were hit with the poopy water. SeaWorld has not commented. And if you've ever seen whale poop in your life, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got some news that do sound like a joke. I got one, you got one.
Yeah.
First of all, is today April 1st? The Campbell's Company announced on October 23rd that for a limited time, it's changing the name of its popular Pepperidge Farm cheese snacks from goldfish to Chilean sea bass.
Yeah, I heard about this one. Yep.
CNN reported that the switch is part of a strategy to attract adult fans, and the crackers themselves will not change. We know that goldfish are loved by snackers of all ages. We went ahead and gave our iconic cheddar cracker a new, fun, grown-up name, said Danielle Brown, the vice president of Goldfish, which is, of course, the best job title ever.
But I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why the hell change the name if it's been Goldfish Crackers for how many years?
Lots.
Lots. And Pepperidge Farm is about the best known company for snacks and cookies and crackers. And
I know. Of course, the fact that my granddaughter loves the goldfish crackers, that's a sign right there. So there you go.
Yeah, because they look like real fish to them, and they got that nice original cheese flavor. And I had my first goldfish in 1982.
Yep. Been a long time.
Been a long time. Haven't had them in a long time, though, but, that's why they have Cheez-Its.
Yes.
Now, in Chestertown, Maryland, students have been studying since 1782 at Washington College, WTOP-TV reported. Our first president gave permission for his name to be used for the school and even contributed 50 guinea coins toward its founding.
Ooh.
But on October 8th, and why all these articles are kind of referencing October 8th, the day after my birthday. It's like,
okay, girl.
The college announced that it would update its logo, adopted in 2013, which uses the general's scripty signature for something less cursive.
Cursive,
wow. And because cursive writing is no longer taught universally in K through 12 education, the script was difficult to read and not immediately recognizable for many prospective students, said Brian Spear, the college's vice president for marketing and communications. Wow.
Oh, brother. Please, folks, please bring back cursive writing. I've had to learn it when I was in school many years ago. Please bring it back. Trust me. I know it seems more archaic anymore, but trust me, I think it's going to help our country a lot better, or actually the rest of the world a lot better, if we could just get back to a nice writing style like that.
They need to bring back Hooked on Phonics for the kids. We learned
Among other
phonics in
things.
school, and it was the best thing because you got to see it, touch it, hands
All,
on,
all that good stuff. Exactly. Yeah.
right? And then they killed it.
Well, I got some weird in the wild for you folks.
Yep.
Matilda Campbell was visiting the Hunter Valley on October 12th in New South Wales when she dropped her phone into a 3-meter crevice between two boulders, the Guardian reported. Instead of waving goodbye and heading to the mobile store, Campbell tried to retrieve the device. That's when she slipped upside down into the gap and hung there for 7 hours as her friends and emergency workers tried to free her.
I wonder if that's a world record,
No wonder. The team navigated Campbell through a tight bend. In my 10 years as a rescue paramedic, I'd never encountered a job quite like this, said Peter Watts. It was challenging, but incredibly rewarding. Campbell, in her early 20s, escaped with only minor scratches and bruises, but her phone is a goner.
Of course.
Yeah.
All that to try to rescue her phone, and she almost lost her life for it.
Well, she may have had some very important pictures she could not get back, so that's why she probably wanted to rescue it.
And you know what's going to happen some 10,000 years later? A caveman's
going to find it.
Someone's going to find it, put it in one of those time capsules and say, hey, look what we found. Yep. Oh, boy, it's the government in action. After an adult man injured himself on a cactus, in a school building in Plettenberg, Germany, Mayor Ulrich Schult and the town council have banned cacti from all municipal buildings. Schools and nurseries.
And nurseries, too, yeah.
Sky News reported on October 16th, and all official and private cacti must be removed, Schult proclaimed, because such plants can cause ugly injuries. This order seems adventurous, superfluous, or ridiculous to some employees. It has a serious background in terms of protecting the health of all employees and especially children, he said. No. No.
First of all, you just gotta be careful with a freaking cactus. I mean, I try to be careful with whenever I have to water the suckers in the garden department at work, but there you go.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, you've got the last one here.
From the Redneck Chronicles. Oh boy, you're gonna love this one. Ernest T. Bass has nothing on Roy Clowder, age 37, of Coden, Alabama. On October 11th, WALA television reported Clowder, who was already on probation, allegedly approached a woman who had stopped at a convenience store and asked her for a ride home. She agreed to take him, but he displayed a gun and told her to move to the passenger seat. Clowder took her to a local church where he and the woman had a makeshift wedding on the church steps. They returned to the car where Clowder assaulted her while driving around Mobile County. He eventually released her and her car. Authorities arrested Clowder the next day, charging him with first-degree sexual abuse, first-degree kidnapping, and first-degree robbery. And he's being held with no bond.
Wow. Well, there you have it, friends.
Now, something worries about that guy here. This is about Mr. Roy Clowder. There we go.
All right. Well, of course, we'll do the archives. But first, your article coming up.
Okay. Well, let me give a second. I'm going to bring it up here.
Now you can share it. There you go.
There we go. Okay. You see this cute little bat here? He's fast, he's feisty, he can play Quidditch. Meet the bat that won a beauty contest.
Oh, what a cute little bat.
Mm-hmm. Reported just 2 days ago in Ashland, Oregon. A winged creature from Oregon was crowned this year's winner on Thursday in an annual bat beauty contest put on the Bureau of Land Management. On Halloween, which was also the last day of International Bat Week, a hoary bat with a feisty personality named Harry Potter defeated Lestat, who was the western small-footed bat from Idaho, in the final round of the contest. It also bested a Townsend's big-eared bat named Sir Flaps-a-Lot from Utah, among others.
Wow.
The victory marks the third year in a row that a bat from Oregon has taken first place in the contest. Last year, William Shakespeare, with no ear, no ear, a
What?
female Townsend big-eared bat from Oregon, took the title, though.
Mm.
Now, let's see. In 2022, a Kenya bat named Barbara, also from Southern Oregon, was declared the winner.
Huh.
The federal agency that held the competition since 2019 to raise awareness about the animal's ecological importance. The bats are part of wild populations living on public lands and are photographed by agency staff. BLM posted the photos on its Facebook and Instagram accounts and asked people to vote for the cutest one. Hoary bats are known for swift flight and wrapping themselves in their own tails to mimic leaves and to hide from predators, the agency said. Because of this attribute, it estimated Harry Potter would be, quote, the perfect candidate for seeker on this year's Quidditch team, referring to the game Harry Potter has been playing on Flying Brooms. Isn't that cute? I think
little guy.
he is a cute little guy. I'll say that. There you go.
I wonder if they have a program called Adopt a Bat.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would be not surprised, to be honest with
Or
you.
just pennies on the dollar, you can have your own friend who not only can take care of your insect and rat problem, but you'll always know that he'll always come back in the daytime because they hunt at night and they sleep during the daytime and they know their way around. It's called echolocation, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Bats are probably one of the most intelligent creatures out there. And why wouldn't you have it? You know, even if you got a fruit bat, they don't bite humans. They just eat fruit.
Australia, yeah.
They're one of the most safest bats, although, you know, of course, you wouldn't want to mess with a bat like a vampire bat. That's
I know, yeah. Well, it depends. I mean, some vampire bats, as long as you don't bother them, they should not bother you. So there you go.
You wouldn't hit the bat with glasses now, would you? Pop.
Well, I got one more story if you're interested in seeing it there.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm ready with the archives for.
Okay, so here's one more good story. Believe it or not, there's the story it's called England Mall Attempts Ghostly World Record for Halloween.
Wow. Also
reported just 2 days ago, a shopping mall in Dorchester, England is trying to break a spooky world record by gathering at least 1,025 people in ghost costumes. The event was scheduled for 5:30 p.m. local time, which probably, according to when we were taping, about 2 days and approximately 7 hours ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's the second attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people dressed as ghosts in Brewery Square, after last year's event managed to gather only 204 participants and lots of heavy rain.
Wow.
Last year, we came so close to breaking the record, but we're determined to make history this time, Tara Bailey, center manager of Brewery Square, told the BBC. The record attempt will be followed by live music and dancing, and the current record is 1,024 people set in Japan in August 2023. The record before that was only 560 people, set by Mercy School Mount Hawk in Tralee, England, back in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, you have it, folks. Another great article. Wow, that's fantastic. Two good article pickouts there. Now, before we go to the archives of the news of the weird, so how was your experience at Price is Right Live last week?
Well, that was actually pretty fun here. So let me see if I can explain what happened here. I would go, once you get there, first of all, I had decided to get myself a VIP package before going to there because I figured this is my first chance to ever go see the show. Mm-hmm. And it seems really fun, though. And apparently my VIP package included a nice new lanyard saying I was a super fan, a nice tote bag, an actual hat, and 2 Plinko disc shaped coasters here. So those are pretty neat, though, as well.
Which we had a visual demonstration on Mike Gear's.
Yes.
Yeah.
And really I got to keep my name tag too. So there we go.
Yeah, with Scott on there. Do you know what games were played that night?
Yes, I'll tell you. First of all, here's what's different from Price is Right Live compared to the actual TV show. Number one, they only play 4 pricing games on the whole game here.
Ah.
Number 2, if you get called to the contestants row, you get one chance to get up on stage.
Mm.
And if you do win, and if you also get up on one stage, that's your only chance. You will not get a chance to spin the wheel because they will actually call extra people just to spin the wheel.
Ah.
And then the winners of those two showdowns will get a chance to play a modified version of the showcase, which is more or less like the international version of the game show itself, though.
Oh, okay.
So what happens in this international story? They have just one showcase. Both players make a secret bid to it. Whoever's closest without going over would actually win one of the prizes in that showcase. However, if that person won and was within $100 of the actual retail price of the showcase, they win the entire showcase.
Wow.
And they also they set up where people from the audience would get instant prizes whenever someone gets on stage. The way they set this up, because there's only 4 pricing games, there was like 16 people for the contestants row total, 6 for the big wheel. So that's like at least 24 people right there, not counting the other 6 or so people that got called for free stuff, though. And here's one other thing. Because there was a double overbid on the showcase round itself, the prize they were going to give away went to a person in the audience.
Random drawing?
Yeah, it was a special drawing. All contestants that were going to win prizes or get a chance to play the games were randomly selected. There was no kettle call, just like in the real show. These were just randomly selected from all the people who registered, though. You don't have any interviews or anything like that as well, though.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to ask you is if you do win anything, you have to be eligible.
Yeah, that's one thing they always make sure is when they do the quick registration, which was online, they always ask, are you part of the United States? Are you a citizen of the United States, just like that? Are you from Puerto Rico, something like that? A few other basics like that. But other than that, it's a very simple questionnaire, though. We're talking like at most 5 or 6 questions, though, so it wasn't so bad, though.
The other thing too is that I know there's one in almost every city. Are you allowed to attend the other ones, or you have to attend your state?
I think you can, though. Yeah, there's no limit here to which ones you can go, though, because like I said, in my case, there was like nearly up to 2,000 people in the audience, and maybe at most 30 or so people got selected for winning stuff, though. So that way, it's kind of tough, though. Now, in my case, of course, I didn't get picked, though, but I still had a lot of fun, though. Oh, and you did ask earlier about which games. I forgot to tell you about those.
Okay.
So we played Punch a Bunch.
Mm-hmm.
We played Cliffhangers.
Hans.
We played Checkout, the grocery shop, pricing game.
Checkout. Yep.
And finally, some Plinko.
Of course, you can't have Price is Right Live without the most popular game of ever, Plinko.
Now, keep in mind that the money amounts you win are a lot smaller than what you can expect to, in the main show itself. For example, the most you can win on Plinko will be $2,500.
Oh, kind of like on the Doug Davidson version when they had it on the sides.
Kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
Though. And in Punch a Bunch, the top prize was only $5,000. So there you go.
That's still pretty good money, though. That's the second highest when it was Barker's era. Yeah,
that's true, though. Yeah.
So
exactly. By the way, one thing I don't know, most people realize this is we have a little joke when we go to a little game show server I am a part of here in this world. And we have a little joke whenever we play versions of this game via the Big John software that we all know of.
Yeah.
That we have a little joke called Price is Right Live, which is this one position there. It's basically the 4th row, the very last hole on the very right-hand side. Because that is the place where every show so far that we know of that's hosted Price is Right Live put the biggest money slip in.
Yeah, and it's the corners. Definitely.
Yeah. Not quite a corner. So actually, this is above the lower right corner, just above the lower right corner.
Oh,
is what this is. So it's not exactly a corner, but it's just above it, one row above.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was pretty neat that way too.
And how is Todd Newton as?
He's really nice, though. I liked him. He's definitely has got his throat a little less, a little scratchier because of his age, though.
Right.
Compared to when he was hosting Whammy back in the 2000s or so. But he's still very professional, still very funny. He was actually trying to interact with the contestants very well. So I thought he was a great host.
There you go. And the models, where do they get the models from?
Well, they only got the one they only had the one model though, and I think they had it from like some casting agency. I can't remember. The announcer was also a guy who was one of the producers of the traveling show also though.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely done. Well, I'm glad you had a ball. So the whole show was what, an hour and a half?
Probably an hour and a half, give or take an hour and a half. Yeah.
Started on time, or did it have a delay?
Yes. Just maybe maybe a couple minutes late, but that's not so bad because we had to have a warm up with the announcer host, as well.
Right.
Too, so yeah.
Well, there you go, friends. I mean, that's an experience of a lifetime. And I heard about some other great adventures you had out there on the way too. You had a great dinner at a good restaurant and arcade.
Oh yeah.
You really lived it.
Yeah, I'm a big arcade player, so there you go. I've went to a good couple of arcades. So there you go.
That's why we have him as almost an arcade expert on Wipe Those Tears when it comes to NES and, of course, the Atari games and all the fun stuff. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll be able to go next year when they come back to, in their town,
Or near another town that's nearby. That'll be great, though. Now, keep in mind, it had been like 3 whole years since they came to Kansas last, so hopefully it won't be as long next time.
Now, are you on a waiting list for tickets for the next one? Or
no, actually, that's not really a waiting list. You just find out when it's going to be, and then if it's a good one, you just go through your ticket agent and all that there as well, though.
The last time I was on a game show was a Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
I got to see it live when in 2018. It's about 6 years ago.
So in other words, you got to go there during the revival.
That's right. Revival. Yeah. When they brought back the models.
Yeah. There you go.
Bring back the girls, and that was by popular demand. Plus, they had a new female banker.
I remember that too. Plus the counter offer. Yeah.
I'm actually, you can see me. I was on the Ice Cream Girls episode.
Ooh, okay.
One who basically was trying to open up her own frozen ice cream, organic ice cream. And she gave a sample to, and he started, ooh, this is good, gluten-free, dairy-free.
Yep.
I mean, he enjoyed every little bit of it because, he's so OCD,
Oh, we know that. So, yeah.
And he was just scoffing it down.
She must have known it was good.
She wound up winning $128,000. She took the banks off her.
That's good.
And there was a gentleman in the audience who made an offer to her who owns kind of like an ice cream franchise.
Ooh.
Got her into it. She needed 400,000 plus for capita to start it up. But 128,000 will definitely
be a good start.
Yeah, because she was hoping to get at least 400,000 plus, and it wasn't long before she knocked the million and the $750,000 million right off. First 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah,
good, but I mean, the banker, even though it was a female banker, she was offering
very hard no pressed. I can tell. Yeah,
that was also the first year that they implemented the counter offer.
That's right. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that was fun. But we were there for 3 hours because they had to stop, it was live and then it was recorded. So they had to make cuts,
Of course.
and go through a first run, and they did it. But it took we were there from 2:30 to almost 7:00 that night, 5 hours.
Yeah.
But, we got in free because at the time I was still working at Universal, and that's where it was being taped in the Universal Studios theme park.
Yeah,
City Walk. But we went into it, so we showed our IDs and got in, and that was fun. But that was the last time I ever went to it, and they never came back the following year. Because they wanted to do the show from Universal permanently. They wanted to move the show from California to Florida. And I thought that would have been a great move on their part.
Right.
Yep.
Well, considering that it was NBC and Universal, working together, that's probably why they had Universal Studios. So.
Yep, for sure. All right, let's go ahead to the archives of News of the Weird.
Yay!
This is, of course, from Chuck Shepard's News of the Weird. Of course, this is from August 11th, 1996. This is the second week of when he started this whole thing, and we go ahead and you can start this time with the lead story.
Okay, in June of '96, Radio station WWAX-FM from Duluth, Minnesota, which is a suburb of Hermantown, began an all-commercials format. Said General Manager J. Thomas Lejewski, commercials are an art form that deserves to be respected. The station will air vintage ads, odd local and national ads, and bloopers, in addition to revenue-producing commercials.
Wow, an all commercials format. Wow.
This makes you wonder if you're surfing that radio station and say, okay, here's a commercial on there. Okay, here's another commercial. Where's the music? Where's the freaking music?
Where's even the program that takes that time slot? No,
exactly.
All commercials all the time, just like your news channel. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. In July, in Dadeville, Alabama, Mr. Gable Taylor, 38, who had just prevailed in an informal Bible quoting contest, was shot to death by the loser.
Ooh. Well,
wow.
That sucks.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Now, is there a follow-up to this?
No, it doesn't look like there's one.
I don't know what the question mark indicates, but okay.
I don't know what it is, but there you go.
All right, you're up next.
In April, the Associated Press story, Levent Yuxels and his wife's Sherry Kane's 32-seat Dardanelles restaurant in Philadelphia was profiled, but not for its food, but for its attitude. Ooh. According to a sign in the window, the restaurant refuses to serve negative people, who are also referred to as in the sign as assholes. So Yuxel and Kane, that includes people who smoke, who are rude, who demand their food in a hurry, or who want the music turned down. The owners say they insist on respect for the people who feed you.
Yeah, there you go. So
I agree with that.
In other words, keep your negative attitude outside. Leave it at the door.
Right.
That's right. Because if you're gonna come hungry, and you're expected to wait, you better get an appetizer or something that you can munch on.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. The magazine Tokyo Weekender, reporting in late '95 on the specialty bra rage in Japan, cited the Triumph Company's body warmth bra 2-cup Ozeki.
Okay.
As padding, the bra contains a waterproof pocket sealed with a cork stopper, and which comes with about 40 cc's of sake, which will warm to body temperature in about an hour, lest it also get you drunk as well.
I think so, yeah. This is how you can smuggle in booze into the theater.
There you go, right? And of course, we got implants, man. It's like saline solution mixed with salt water, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the Malaysian Gurcharan Singh announced in April of '96 that he was marketing a breakthrough $40 disposable circumcision device approved by Muslim religious authorities. It was described as resembling a corkscrew and is called the Terra Clamp.
Yeah.
I don't trust the idea of cheap circumcisions. I don't trust that.
It only costs $40, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Shipping and handling is included, you know.
Right.
Well, recently, Budapest, Hungary, novelty shopkeeper, 45-year-old Franek Kovacs introduced condoms that were, when unrolled, play one of two tunes: "Arise, ye worker," or "You sweet little dumbbell." And Mark Schneider of Oakland, California, has marketed a $3.95 talking condom using similar technology, but with message options: "You turned me on," or "I love you," and "Thank you for your business." And a food company executive in Poland, Darszewicz Naparala, announced in May that he will soon offer a tourist survival kit of canned meat, plastic utensils, tea, and a condom.
Okay.
Oh, that's a whole condom in a bucket, man. You know, the condom survival kit.
You think that was crazy? Here we go. Frank Fradella, Boynton Beach, Florida, has been charging $50 for custom-made 2-page love letters and poetry. My words, on your lips. In February, a Fort Lauderdale Sun-Sentinel reporter found several male customers who praised Fredella's work, even though their women had left them. Well, it must not have been that effective if your women leave you. So.
Yeah, well, I guess $50 just ain't gonna cut it no more. I wonder if he's upcharged for inflation, you know?
I wonder by now, yeah.
Yep. And in June, federal inmate Arthur Morrison, who had served 46 months of his 51-month sentence for threatening former girlfriends, finally got his wish to withdraw his guilty plea to those charges, to go to trial, and to be his own lawyer. New York City prosecutors said their evidence, including audio tapes, is still overwhelming and that they would seek a sentence of at least 15 years. Morrison acknowledged that his chances of prevailing at trial were slim. Whoa!
Yeah. Dude, you should have just kept the guilty plea and take the last 5 months.
Yeah, then you would have been out on good behavior, you know?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, earlier in 1996, Michael J. Lewis Sr., serving time in Missouri for a gas station robbery, called the county attorney's office just out of curiosity to find out why he had never been prosecuted for a 1993 bank robbery in which he had been charged. The prosecutor discovered that the file had been misplaced and that only a few months remained to bring Lewis to trial before the statute of limitations would run out. In June, Lewis had been serving 10 years, plea bargain for another 10.
You know, if you're already in jail, why would you want to know if you were, if you had some other pending crime against you? Just
Dude,
shut up and just be in the jail and don't worry about something that came up with the statute of limitations.
No kidding, yeah.
Oh.
Dude, if you were going to get away with that on the first shit, shut up.
I don't let it get on to them because then they're going to reopen a case that was closed due to some, technicality.
Yep.
And last year, which was 1995, at a reception for the African American Summit Inc. conference in Senegal, a conference attended by Jesse Jackson and the late Ron Brown, the Club Med Senegal Resort staged a skit in which 2 white staff members appeared in blackface with white lips, garish clothes, and white gloves to perform a musical number, and a riot nearly ensued. In May of 96, offended organizations and individuals filed a $5 million lawsuit against Club Med in New York City. It's always Club Med for some reason.
Kind of messed up, but there you go. Well, in March of 96, in North Adams, Massachusetts, on a public access cable TV program about paper mache masks, Ms. Royce Patton, age 28 at the time, abruptly changed the subject and accused a former neighbor of allowing 2 of her kids to have sex. Patton named the family, ran a video of all the women's 7 children, and used obscenities in describing them. The former neighbor said the dispute with Patton was really over loans of money in a bottle of suntan lotion.
Wow.
This is a big old shake my head moment. I'm thinking, what?
Now if she's still alive, she's probably in her 50s, early 60s because
by now, So
the article was like almost 30 years to the day, 28 years. Yep.
Give or take, yeah.
In April, a 17-year-old boy drowned in the indoor pool at the Henry VIII Hotel in a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri. The boy had jumped in with several others, but no one noticed that he had gone under because the pool's water was so murky that visibility was only 3 to 4 feet. Wow.
Can we say, please clean your pool, folks? Please.
Yeah, right? Especially that kind of a pool where Henry VIII Hotel. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
A senior aide to Liberian factional leader Charles Taylor explained to the New York Times in April that why 1996's Civil War is more civil than earlier ones. In the past, fighters would rip out people's intestines and use them to string up roadblocks. This time, there's been none of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Finally, when news of the weird first mentioned Corky Raz Summons Inc. in 1988, the Salt Lake City company had just begun the business of mummifying dead pets and had only the dream of someday mummifying dead people, which Ra figured he could do for about $7,000 or $18,000 for a mummified bronze statue. According to a June 96 story, the San Jose Mercury News, Ra has so far serviced 3 dozen dogs, cats, and birds, and has a customer list of 137 humans, the oldest of which is 54 years of age, who want someday to be mummified. His chief associate supposedly has practiced on more than 2,000 roadkill animals and on 30 cadavers purchased from a medical school. The price for humans now starts at 30 grand, and bronzing could run into 6 figures. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, knowing how mummification goes, I'm scared to try to do that, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder if he's still in business to this day, some 30 years later.
I wonder, too, though. That'd be kind of interesting to see if he actually would still be surviving or not, though.
All right, well, now it's time to continue our look at the 33 weirdest stuff you can buy, from, this is why I'm broke.com. Let's put it up here. And the first thing we're going to be looking at, 33 weirdest stuff you can actually buy, but probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
The first thing to look at is fish sandals.
What? Okay. This is funny. Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right. I love this. Go big on comfort by going foam with a stunning pair of fish flops. The accuracy captured in these sandals is impeccable. They really do look exactly like fish, but they're made of lightweight foam that's uber cushioned and will float if they fall in the water. Price $21.88.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was number 24. Here's number 25. Personalized noble painting.
Ooh.
You might live in a trailer park, but that doesn't mean you can't act like a descendant of royalty with one of these personalized noble paintings. Choose from a variety of regal poses and be sure to hang it in a prominent place in your home, away from your drug paraphernalia.
Smoke weed every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
$99.95.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Like one of the priests from the Parliament House.
Probably, yeah.
Guess so. All right. Oh, boy.
A Netflix binge watching survival kit.
That's number 26.
I like this. Prepare yourself for Netflix's new hot series with a binge watching survival kit that'll get you through an entire weekend of sitting on your couch. There are socks to keep your tootsies warm, coasters to protect your couch, tissues for teary moments, and breath spray for when it's time to chill. Price $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's something for you cat owners out there.
I've seen this.
Paw toy. Make everyone in the room remarkably uncomfortable with a bending cat paw toy. Yep. Trip its trigger and the paw bends exactly like a cat that's desperate for attention. But it's not a cat's paw. It's you playing with a toy and making uncomfortably long eye contact with them. Price $13.90.
Yeah.
Wow.
It kind of looks realistic too. Just now, it's just missing the claws.
The question I have for you is, being a cat owner, do you think your cat would go for this?
I'm not sure, but then again, I got 2 cats though. Well, I would try. I would like to see it, but I doubt they're either of them are interested. But we'll see there.
I wonder if they use real cat fur on that thing.
Yeah, that looks like fake fur to me though.
Synthetic, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Strange flavored soda, and I actually have seen these in the store.
Yeah.
You say you like your pizza with ranch, but do you really know you like it until you tried it with ranch dressing and ranch soda? Nope. Try other flavors in soda form like peanut butter and jelly and sweet corn to make sure you really, really love it. This case is $27.99. Now, I will admit, I have gone to especially soda stores, and I have seen these types of sodas before. The buffalo wing soda, yes. The sweet corn, yes. Pumpkin pie, the ranch dressing, and the peanut butter jelly. I have seen all of these in the specialty stores, and I'm kind of thinking some are okay, some are yeah.
I would definitely enjoy the pumpkin pie and the PB&J because those are really good. Because especially if you're having dessert or an actual PB&J sandwich.
Yeah.
The ranch dressing soda would go great with the buffalo wing soda mixed
so.
together,
I
like
think
you would
so,
for
yeah.
your hot wings, you know.
Exactly. It's your hot wings, though. Yeah.
An al dente singing floating pasta timer.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. He's gonna tell you exactly when you take your pasta out of the pot to ensure that it's got exactly the texture you're looking for. When he's singing like a canary, you better listen. He's warning you that the overcooking is on its way. Retail price $24.99.
That would be awesome. I'm
I'll
serious.
tell you
That
what, instead of that thing, the air horn that we just played would even
yeah,
be better for you al dente freaks, you know?
yeah. Makes you wonder if he's just going to whistle it or he's going to sing, "Oh, so me, yo."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh,
Freaking cricket hidden annoying chirping box. Oh, boy. When you finally put in your 2 weeks notice, it's time to plan how you'll go out in not a whisper or a bang, but with a chirp. The freaking cricket just keeps chirping, and it's impossible to find, ensuring your boss hours, if not days, of frustration trying to find the box. Retail price $11.99. And I love how it says, "You've been pranked."
yeah, that's right. Fun delivery. Okay. Number 31, the remote control crocodile head. Oh, God.
Ooh.
Well, keep people off your lawn and out of your pond with an RC croc head that looks so real you might even think you gained an unwelcome visitor. The funny floater zooms around slowly, just like the real deal would. Retail price $44.88.
Yeah. I would
Eat your
love to
heart
put
out,
one.
Jaws.
I would love to put this into a private pond and just mess around with everyone, especially the fishermen who want to come in.
Now, you know, we have alligators down here in Florida, and the crocodile is a very unwelcome guest. The alligator and the croc hate each other. They're enemies. So, you know, in this case, the crocodile is much more dangerous than the alligator for some reason. I don't know why, but they're both as dangerous as either one. They're reptiles in general, but
I'm concerned that if you put that in a pond with alligators, the alligators are going to try to destroy that sucker.
yeah, and then you always have an RC. Ouch!
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
God.
Oh no. Butthole in a can incense holder. Oh boy. Oh God, I gotta read this one. You're allowed to make as many stick it up its ass jokes as you want about these butthole incense holders. Yep. And they're never not be funny. People will be surprised when they open the tin, not just to see a puckered anus, but because the handcrafted rectums have hemorrhoids. Retail price $55.
Wow. $55 for a butthole in a can incense holder. And
with
it does
hemorrhoids.
Butthole.
With hemorrhoids.
Yeah, with hemorrhoids. Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, the number 33 of all is the all-seeing apple. Wow. Oh, we have more than
we got more. So we got more. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, this one is the all-seeing apple. It's a day. The all-seeing apple a day keeps the elder gods away, or something like that. With this carefully crafted resin apple with the most realistic eye you'll see outside of a human head sitting on your desk, you'll certainly be keeping away anyone afraid of a weird stuff. $49.99. And you know what?
Yes.
Imagine if you give that to your teacher. Say, here you go. Here's your apple for the teacher. And she's
like, ah! Yeah, let's just say the teacher put this on the desk. Says, I have my eye on you, kids.
That's right. We now see eye to eye. And we have one more. Oh gosh, the pimple popping toy. Oh
my God. We got even more. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's such a bummer when your skincare routine is so on point that you don't have any zits to pop. Well, reacquaint yourself with the unique joy of popping with this toy. It's got tiny holes and it's filled with that thick pus that you can push through to the skin surface. $19.99. And yes, this little looping video is perfect.
I wonder if they have one where it's like it creates like a what do you call it, an ejaculation toy.
Oh God. You got me on that when I was just drinking my pop. Oh God.
Oh no, you're a butthole soda.
Oh.
Oh, it went down the wrong tube. Sorry about that. That's 34, and I think we've got more, but we'll have to look at them the next time. So,
Okay.
but we'll leave it at the pimple popping toy, and because we're out of time, it was 5 minutes into our show, and wow, we've had fun tonight.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Everybody have fun tonight. Yeah, that's for sure. And you know what they always say, Saturdays with McVay and Jay, number 12. Boy, we should have had more than 12 episodes so far, but
I know, but we've had so many delays here thanks to stuff like that, from the summertime to
getting sick
hurricanes and other crazy stuff, though.
Yeah, to illnesses that happen, and then Easter break with all the time
Yeah.
ones. But we appreciate the fact that we are able to come into your home, even though this is a recorded session, and you'll get to see this on Saturday night. So don't worry, don't fret. And next week's color, well, we'll think of something.
We'll think of something. Don't worry,
I was
kid.
thinking of something for our Christmas episode. It kind of dawned on me.
I have the perfect shirt for Christmas, so don't worry. You'll get to see that.
I was thinking one of us could wear red, the other one wear green, and then kind of.
Well, I have the green for you on that one, so there you go.
Okay, then I'll wear the red, so that way you match with the green, and now we can really make it a Christmassy episode when we get to that. If we get to the last 2 weeks of the year, we'll do that. So
there's a chance we will, one way or the other.
Howdy with a chance of meatballs on that. In the meantime, we'll see you next week for more Saturdays with McVay and Jay. Thank you, Scott, for joining me, and enjoy your weekend.
I will. You as well there, Jason.
Yes, indeed. And till then.
Oh, and don't forget, it's fall back to this weekend. Remember, set your clocks back an hour, folks. Okay.
Yeah, and of course, if you already have ones that already automatically do that, you won't have to worry about it, like your computer.
Yeah. My video game console should do that too. Yay.
There you go. Till then, we'll see you all next time. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.